Hi everybody, this is Sirisha. I'm the corporate trainer in Perl scripting, Shell and Python scripting. Today I'm going to give a short demo on Python regular expressions. So regular expressions or pattern matching in Python is a very important topic. First of all, let us discuss what is the meaning of a regular expression in Python. What is a regular expression? Regular expressions are nothing but sequence of characters that help us to match or find other strings using some special symbols. I repeat, regular expressions are nothing but sequence of characters that help us to find or to match other strings. For that sake, we are going to use some special symbols. To work with regular expressions in Python, we need to depend on a built-in module, that is RE module. We need to import that module in our script. RE stands for regular expressions. So now what is a pattern? Pattern is a string. Pattern is nothing but a string containing special symbols. I'll explain you the list of symbols that we are going to use to write patterns, to write regular expressions. We have hardly 10 to 12 symbols, and all these symbols help us to build regular expressions. First of all, I'll give the meaning of each and every symbol, and then we'll go for the practicalities and all. The first symbol I'm going to explain is star. So whenever we are using star in our input, in order to create regular expressions, it carries some special meaning. The meaning of it is 0 or more occurrences of the previous character. Suppose I am saying S star. So star won't stand for itself. It will not speak for itself. It always speaks for the character before it. So it means 0 or more occurrences of the previous character. So for example, I have written S star. This is the pattern I have used, or this is the regular expression I'm using. It means 0 or more S's are expected in my input. Okay, so that means minimum occurrences expected are 0, maximum occurrences are infinite, unlimited. Okay, means S star gives the meaning of an optional S, optional character S, whatever might be. For example, I'm just taking S. It could be anything. Okay, so we can we can understand it well when I go for examples, but just let me complete all the special symbols that are available. Similarly, the next character we are going to discuss is plus. As in the case of like a star, as it spoke for the character before it, similarly plus also speaks for the character before it. So plus means one or more occurrences of the previous character. It also speaks for the character before it. Say for example, I am saying a plus. It gives the meaning like one or more a's are needed in the input. One or more a's are needed. That means it means compulsory. It's not optional. Compulsory. So the minimum occurrences is 1 and maximum is again infinite. There is no limit for the maximum number of occurrences. But minimum, at least it should present, the particular character should present at least one time. And then question mark. Question mark gives the meaning of 0 or 1 occurrences of the previous character again. Suppose I am saying a question mark. It means if no a is present in the input also fine. But if it is present, maximum it should present for one time only, not more than one. Okay, 0 or 1 occurrences of the previous character, or whatever. In our case, it's a. So it is also giving the meaning of optional A, but minimum occurrences are 0, whereas maximum occurrences is 1 only. Okay, this is question mark. Then the next symbol we are using is square bracket. Whatever the characters we have listed in the square bracket, any one of the characters, the presence of any one of the characters is sufficient. So for example, inside the square brackets I am writing PQRS. It means either P or S or Q or R is expected in the input. That's it. No matter how many ever characters we write inside the square bracket, only one of them is expected. That's it. We don't need more. Similarly, for example, I'm expecting any one of the lowercase letter. I can simply write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, we know, till up to Z. But when you are writing continuous characters, instead of writing the whole list, I can use hyphen, A to Z I can write. This is called range of characters. So when I am saying A to Z and hyphen, sorry, A to Z in square bracket, it means any one lowercase letter or lowercase alphabet is needed in the input. Similarly, if you are looking for an uppercase letter, we can use capital A to Z, capital Z. So it means any one uppercase alphabet is expected. Similarly, when I am expecting any one digit, we can write 0 to 9. Okay, so means any one digit is expected. Suppose you are expecting more than one digits, one or more digits, for example. Then we need to write the regular expression like 0 to 9 plus. We know plus means one or more occurrences of the previous character. Here the previous character is 0 to 9 means any one of the digits. And then plus stands for one or more. So that means the meaning is one or more digits are expected. Like this, we can use the combination of one or more symbols also to write regular expressions. Okay. Suppose I want any lowercase letter and uppercase letter or a digit. Then I can combine all the three, A to Z and 0 to 9. It means any one uppercase letter or a lowercase letter or lowercase alphabet or a digit is expected. Order doesn't matter here. So like first we need to write uppercase or lowercase. It doesn't matter at all. The order doesn't matter. And one more important point, when we are writing group of such what we call them as range of characters, we don't need to maintain any commas or spaces. Okay, we need to write them collectively. I don't need any commas. We should not write, because if you write comma, it gives the meaning that comma is also one of the allowed characters. Okay, so that's why don't keep any commas or spaces to separate the list. Now square bracket, inside the square bracket I am using caret sign, that is sometimes called inverted V or caret symbol, etc. Suppose I am writing caret PQRS. It gives the meaning that caret symbol gives the meaning of negotiate, like what we can say negation, means except the listed characters any other character is allowed, means except PQRS. Here in this case, except PQRS, P or Q or R or S, everything else is allowed, any other character is allowed. That is the meaning conveyed here. Okay, similarly if I don't want an uppercase letter in my string or in my input, so you can say caret A to Z. Okay, so like this. Then the next symbol will be dot. So unlike star or plus or question mark, which are speaking for the character before them, stand takes a stand, dot takes a stand for its own. It won't speak about the character preceding it. Okay, so what is the meaning of dot? It means exactly one character. Exactly one character. In the place of dot, we can have any number or any digit or any alphabet, any symbol. For example, I am writing in my input, say for example, I have written the expression like this, A dot C, for example. So in the place of dot, I can have any alphabet, say some B, or any symbol, say some percentage C, okay, or any digit A8C. This is also okay, but exactly one character is allowed, that's it. No minimum, no maximum. Okay, that is the meaning conveyed by dot. And then the next symbol is pipe. Pipe means, for example, I have written like Tom pipe Jerry. It means either Tom or Jerry, any one of the two strings given there. Okay, then caret symbol. Already we have discussed caret symbol, but that was included inside the square bracket. Caret symbol inside the square bracket gives the meaning of negation. Except the listed characters, everything else is allowed. But when I am using caret symbol without square bracket, suppose I am saying caret Tom, it means it stands for the position where the pattern has to be found. Caret Tom means the string Tom has to be present at the beginning of the input. Okay, suppose my input string should begin with Tom. If you insist on the position, we need to use that caret symbol. Similarly, Tom dollar, for example, dollar is another special symbol. It means the particular pattern has to be searched in the input at the end. Okay, the pattern has to be present at the end of the input. Okay, Tom should be at the end of the input. So these are the special symbols which insist on the position of the patterns, caret and dollar. Suppose I have a pattern like caret dollar. It means caret means beginning and dollar means end. It means my input line is beginning and ending. That's it. No, nothing else in between. So caret dollar like indicates, or they represent blank lines. They represent blank lines. So these are some of the special symbols we have in Python to form regular expressions or to form patterns. And along with them, there are flower brackets also. Suppose I am saying S flower bracket 3. Again, they also speak for the character before them. Okay, flower brackets also or braces also speak for the character before them. For example, I am taking S flower bracket 3. It means the character S should present exactly 3 times in my input. It should present exactly 3 times, not less than 3 or not more than 3. Similarly, if I am saying say 2 comma 10, it means minimum 2 occurrences of the previous character, which is S in our example, and maximum 10 occurrences, not less than 3, not less than 2, and not more than 10. Similarly, if I am missing the lower boundary and I am just saying comma 10, that's it, comma 10. It means minimum occurrences is 0, maximum will be 10. Okay, so if minimum occurrences of S that are expected is 0. That means that again this is also representing optional S. Similarly, I can omit the upper boundary as well. I can simply say 2 comma. That means here minimum occurrences of the previous character would be 2 times, but the maximum occurrences would be infinite. There is no limit. Okay, so this is about the braces, the flower brackets. And the next symbol we have would be, we have some shortcuts actually. Suppose if you are representing a new line, the symbol we have to use is slash n. Slash n stands for a new line. Similarly, slash s, slash t stands for a tab. Similarly, when you are going to represent a blank space, you need to literally type the blank space. Or else, we have a shortcut for it, that is slash small s. It means all spaces. They can be either slash t or slash n or even a blank space. Okay, all those space characters, blank space characters, can be represented in using a shortcut called slashes. Similarly, there is one more shortcut, that is backslashes, capital S. It represent non-blank spaces, non-blank space characters. Okay, that means in another means, in another words, if I want to expand it, I can write it like caret slash t slash n and space. We know, right? Caret means except, caret inside the square bracket means except the listed characters, everything else. So what I have listed here, tab, new line and a space. So it means except the blank spaces, everything else is allowed. Similarly, when I'm expecting a digit, I can write it like 0 to 9. No, this already we discussed. We are expecting any one digit. Instead of writing this 0 to 9 in square bracket, I can write it in short form, that is slash d, small d, means digit. And it both are representing the same, any one digit. Similarly, if I want non-digits, so we can say caret 0 to 9 means except digits. In short forms, I can write it like slash d, capital D, non-digits. Except digits, everything is allowed. Okay. So these are some of the short forms. Similarly, there is one short form slash w. Slash w is giving the like a shortcut form for like a to z, capital A to z, 0 to 9 and underscore. So whenever we need to represent all these things inside square bracket, instead of writing this completely, I can use the short form, that is W. These are called as word characters. Similarly, slash capital W, it means non-word characters. So what are the non-word characters? Caret, A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore. These are non-word characters. Okay. So these are some of the special symbols that are allowed in Python regular expressions. Now let me give an example on this. Suppose I want to validate a number. I want to validate a number. That could be that means a user is expected to give either an integer number or a floating point number, that too with or without signs. With or without signs. Then what is the regular expression I need to build? As discussed, I want either an integer value or a float value. So integers, for example, the format of integers would be like the collection of digits, one or more digits without any decimal places. Okay, so I have to write it like, at the beginning there should be digits followed by one or more digits, and then it should end immediately. So beginning, so caret digits 0 to 9, one or more digits, so I need to add a plus. Okay, and then end immediately, so dollar. This is the regular expression which helps me to identify integers. Okay, caret 0 to 9 means at the beginning there should be one or more digits, and then end immediately. There I can in short write it like caret slash d plus dollar, because we have discussed already 0 to 9 in square bracket can be written like slash d also. Okay, now coming to floats. Floats also one or more digits and then having a dot in between, and then after the dot there could be one or more digits. So caret slash d dot, but we know dot is a special symbol. So in order to remove the meaning of that special symbol, I need to use a backslash. Okay, so backslash, and then caret slash d plus, because one or more digits, no, that's why. So after the dot also there should be one or more digits, so slash d plus again, and end immediately dollar. So this is the pattern that matches floating point values. But in this pattern or here in this pattern, I am not allowing any of the signs, because you know numbers can be positive or negative. So we can have a plus or a minus symbol, and that too optional. Okay, so if you want to allow signs also, symbols, the positive or negative signs also, the regular expression would be, the regular expression should begin with, that means caret digits, sorry, symbols are allowed, no? So that's why either a plus or minus has to be present. So within square bracket I am writing plus or minus. But is it compulsory to have plus or a minus? No. If you don't use a plus or a minus, it is also treated as a positive number. So it is not compulsory. Okay. So that means plus or having a plus or a minus in our input is optional. That's why I need to use question mark. What is the meaning of this regular expression as of now? Plus or a minus in square bracket. That means either a plus or a minus symbol is allowed. How many times they are allowed? 0 or 1 times, because it is followed by question mark. 0 or 1. That means if there is no sign also, okay. But if the sign is present, it should be present for a maximum 1 time only. That's it. Okay. Followed by number of digits. So slash d plus, and then a dot. So dot, and then slash d plus, and then dollar, end immediately. This is the perfect regular expression which accepts either integer numbers or floating point numbers with or without signs. Now let me convert it into a program. So as I said, no, so these regular expressions need the support of RE module. I need to import RE module. Now try to get the input from the keyboard. So I am taking number is equal to input. Okay, so enter any number. So now I need to depend on a method called search, which is present in RE module. RE.search, it takes the format like pattern that you are looking for and the input variable in which you are looking for the pattern. This is the syntax. So all I need to do is re.search. The pattern we discussed is, we have discussed, no, what is the pattern for accepting signed or unsigned numbers. So caret slash d, sorry, plus or minus, inside square bracket, plus or a minus, and then question mark followed by digits, one or more digits, then a dot, and then one or more digits. So slash d plus, and then end immediately dollar, comma, the second argument. So the variable in which I am looking for this input is number. Okay. So when re.search is executed, an object will be created. That means when the pattern is found, it creates an object. Otherwise, no object is created. That is the only indication that we are getting the pattern in the provided input or not. So how we need to manage if object is created. So whatever the code you want, okay, depending on the business, we can write the code like print. So it's a valid number or whatever, depending on the business. Else print some invalid number, etc. That means it is not following my pattern.